guys, what's going on, man? It's your boy NemXeo here, back with another video. And I was just scrolling down through my Twitter feed, and I just seen this pop up, and it was pretty much Chad Johnson or Chad Ochocinco talking about a first date, pretty much, and how much money is a good amount to spend on a first date and stuff like that. And as I was scrolling through this and I was watching this, I figured I was like, hey, man, I should probably go ahead and make a pretty quick video about this and give my 2 cents to it. I'm pretty sure this topic has been brought about plenty of times, and people's been talking about it, and it's controversy pretty much on how much is a good amount for a first date, second date, or if you're in the talking phase, if you're just starting a relationship, if it's less than 6 months, X, Y, and Z. But pretty much, I'm just going to go ahead and play this out, and then pretty much give my thoughts on, pretty much give my opinion on everything that's going on in this video. All right, so we're going to let the video play.
What is a good amount of money to spend on a first date? A lot of girls feel like I gotta spend a minimum $300 to be with them. I'm like, 300 what?
All right, so what this guy is saying here, shh. This is where the video is pretty much coming from. He's pretty much saying the standard on a first date is $300. That's what people are saying. I'm gonna say hell no. I don't think it takes $300 to go on a first date, especially like what is the whole date process thing talking about when you talk about a first date? Are you talking about you guys are girlfriends and boyfriends and this is your first official date as girlfriend and boyfriend, or you guys are in a talking stage and this is the first date to decide whether you're going to be boyfriend and girlfriends? You see what $300 do pretty much? First of all, like, I'm from New York anyway. Even in my long-term relationships, I don't really know how many times I've really been on a $300 date anyway. When you're talking about going out to eat and going to certain places, like, yeah, I know concerts, stuff like that. Okay, I get that. But like, if you're talking about like going on a date to eat and maybe the movies or something similar like that, I mean, like, man, I don't really know if you're spending $300 unless, like, depending on where you're going, man. So $300 for a first date, that's a little too high.
American dollars?
dollars.
Please. On who? On the first date?
Yo, Chad.
For what?
You're considered a high value man. So ladies, this is this. You got money?
I think high value is based on stream of income, revenue, but I am extremely cheap.
To be honest with you, man, I don't even care if you're a millionaire and this X, Y, and Z. Like, when you set the precedence of $300 being the first date, you got to know what you're doing, man. That is now, for if the first date is $300, that is pretty much the standards from the rest of your relationship. If your first date is a $300 date, you really can't go backwards from there, right? Because now it's like, okay, your first date 300, your first couple dates 300, 6, 7 months, a year passed by. Now you got to start going up. Now we're talking about 400, 500. You're talking about years in a relationship, like everything. That, especially, like, and I'm not even blaming the girl. I'm blaming it more on the guys. Like, if you showing out, like, okay, you're a big baller and this is what you want to make the standard for your relationship is 300 and up starting off the gate. You can't be mad if the chick is like, oh, okay, you got money and she's expecting this is what it's going to be for the rest of the relationship, right? You're starting off at 300. By the time you get to a year or two, you might be at 1,000. You know what I'm saying? So now it's like, okay, now you're showing off this persona, like, okay, you big balling, you got money, you got this and that, you got this and that. So like what you're showing that girl pretty much is, it's like, you're spoiling her. Like, you got, this is what the basic of your relationship is gonna be, right? You're starting off big and you're just going up higher and higher, right? Because you can't go backwards, right? You can't start off at 300, go to 500, 1,000, and then go back down to a $10 date, or let's go sit in a park, or, you know what I mean? Like, you're setting the precedence pretty high just for the first date.
And financially conscious, so I don't consider myself a high value man.
And you have a lot of money.
Yes, and I'm gonna save it, which is why a $300 date ain't never happening. Because what am I paying for actually? If I'm at wit's end and I need help, and I'm with you, and you need a $300 date, can she save me?
That's what I'm saying, man. Do you understand what a $300 date means for the first date? Man, do you know, like, there's like 2-3 bills you can pay with for $300, man. I mean, there's guys out there that's willing to do that and all that, but I'm not saying the relationship won't work. I'm just saying if you start off like that, there's just pretty much no going backwards, man. There's no going backwards, and you just gotta understand and accept that. And especially if you're the one putting it out there, sometimes like you can't just say girls is gold diggers and all that stuff. Whenever like if they're just straight up telling you what it is, if they're from the jump saying, hey, I'm expensive, I like to be spoiled, I like to do this, I like to do that, I like expensive dates, I like expensive gifts, this and that, off the rip, and then off the rip you're like, okay, I agree. I'm not really saying that's gold digger stuff. I mean, like, they told you off the jump. You can see like they live a high value life, and if that's what you want to indulge in, you can't be mad whenever like pretty much that's what they're expecting for the rest of the eternity of time. Now, if that's what you're gonna go ahead and give them, then that's just what you're gonna go ahead and give them. But in my personal opinion, I'm not really like essentially looking for someone like that. I think it will get old pretty quick, and you will go broke pretty quick, even if you're just a hood dude that's hood rich, or if you're a famous dude that's making a bunch of money. I mean, X, Y, and Z doesn't really matter. I don't really recommend these kind of people. But then again, to each his own. I mean, different kind of strokes for different kind of folks.
She helped me. Is she an asset or is she a liability? Because anybody need a $300 date off rip is nothing but a liability. I mean, it is. Let's call a spade a spade.
See what he said? The key word that I got from just that last one. He said, anyone who needs a $300 date off rip. So that's what I'm trying to say. Off rip means like from the very beginning. Like you're setting a very high standard just from the beginning of just everything, really. Like, okay, man, $300 date, man, that's like Red Lobster ordering the premium lobsters, man, the premium crabs. Like, why can't we just go to the movies, bro? Why can't we just go to the movies, after the movies, go on a little Applebee's 2 for $20, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Cuz off the set, like, yo, like, well, why we gotta spend all this money? Like, $300 dates just to see if I'm gonna date you again, just to see if we can go somewhere from here, just to see if, like, nah, man, $300 just for like what, man? Like, nah, cuz I can't do that, bro. I'm broke, baby.
With you.
The women that want $300 dates, there are men out there that are going to continue to take them on it. That's why the women can always say, I'm not doing nothing but $300 a date, because there are men that will spend $300 to reach their end goal. We know what the end goal is.
Yeah, we know what the end goal is. It's pretty much talking about getting some booty. But either way, though, like what he pretty much said there are men out there that's willing to take you on $300 date. That's what I'm trying to say. It's like if they're letting you know up front and X, Y, and Z as far as what they want in a relationship, they want, you know, expensive gifts, expensive dates, this and that. To each his own. Like if you want to go ahead and do that, just notice pretty much you can't really go backwards. You can't fake the funk and pretty much just say, hey, I'm willing to do this for this amount of time and get the box, do what you need to do, and then stop. That's the problem. It's like, okay, y'all doing this because y'all in a lust situation. Y'all in that part of that relationship where it's like, damn, she bad. Damn, she look good. I want to hit it. Damn, look at her body. Look at her face. Like, you fiending now. You spending thousands and thousands of dollars. But after a while, man, like, you start to weigh the options. Like, damn, bro, like, yeah, she got a body, she bad and all that, but this is a monthly payment here, man. This is a monthly mortgage here going on here, man. Like, can you sustain that? Is that sustainable to go ahead and, you know, entertain someone that's that expensive? If you're talking about $300 and plus for a first date, to me, I'll say no. And with that being said, man, I'm gonna go ahead and end the video right there. Please like, comment, and subscribe if you was messing with this video. And peace, brothers.